Back to this gem, ladies and gentlemen. My buddy Joey has the turbo log pretty much done. All we have to do is put it in and see how everything's going to fit and final weld some things. The other thing also is I pre-terminated. This is for my injectors. So I put a Deutschwerk DT, whatever you want to call it, in there for my injectors. This is for my sensors that are already in there. And a lot of this stuff I just laid in here because it doesn't have a final resting place. Like this guy's my IAT sensor and everything else. So what I need to show you is, there's the stock intake, right? The DI injectors are down under here. This is the connector for most of that. And then that's the intake. What I got here is what we were talking about. Installing these ancillary guys. So take a look at how fancy Wax Shack is. Hold on a second here. There, we'll prop it right up against the wall. Wax Shack plasma CNC'd this bracket. And he CNC'd the rail. And what I'll do is I'll dig up the photos. He has a CNC router, and he put an aluminum bit in it and told it what to cut for the injector holes. And then these were donated by ICT Billet, those bungs like I was mentioning. And then I asked everybody on Sloppy, how would you make these things permanent, right? And they all overwhelmingly suggested 3M panel bond. And I can tell you, this stuff is like plastic cement. It is harder than the intake. It's incredible. So he set up everything, and then basically we set up, well, he cut Delrin stems to hold this in place so we wouldn't accidentally like glue or damage the injector, just for fun. And then also Snake Eater sent me injectors. These are stock truck guys. So I'll probably install the 60s in this video. Snake Eater sent me 60 pounders. And then I'll show you how he did the CNC and some other stuff. And I wanted to get the video files from him today, and now I forgot. And someone is sending me 1,000 text messages. So he also welded 6 ANs on here, and then like some of you might have forgotten, so I'm going to show you real quick. I have a Nitrous Express fitting here in line on my feed. I get about 70 pounds of fuel pressure, and it has 2 1/8-inch ports. I'll probably take the gauge out and get a 1/8 to 4 AN fitting. I'm going to see if I have one. If I don't, and that's going to feed the fuel rail. And then I might put the content sensor at the end of the fuel rail or push through it. It might get kind of crowded. The rail should be here. There should be enough room, but just for fun, I might hang it on the end of the rail just to trigger everybody, right? So that's where we're going with that. I'll show his what I have of his process and the rail. I've made a bunch of posts on like Instagram and Sloppy and stuff with progress photos of this, but obviously if you're only watching the tubes, you missed it, so I will post it up. So another thing I want to do quick is pull these guys out and put Snaky 60s in here. So quick update, I got the Snaky boys in there, and I had a bunch of harnesses in my storage, so I grabbed these mini Delphi timer, Delphi, whatever you want to call them, and a couple of them they had shady connectors, like the one was split and wouldn't clip on, see up here. So I got ones that clip on nice, and then they all have individual leads, so it equals 8 wires. So what I did was, I use these every now and then for fun. I bought a pack of them to test. The one pack is awful. The other pack actually works. The solder doesn't melt on some of them, so you got to tug the wire pretty. When I'm done with these, I pull on the wire really hard to make sure this is actually done. So, because on the car, like I showed before, I have a 6-pin DT connector, so I can't do 8. And I did 1 power and 4 cylinders. So, if you look in the car, let's put the hand here so you don't get motion sick. Right here, injector 1 is in pin 1, injector 2 is in 2, and 4 is in 4, and then 6 is power that goes to there. So that's how I'm going to pin this guy right here. Same thing, all in order on the pins. Like I said, I'm really enjoying these Deutsch connectors. Makes everything simple, and if you screw up, it's super easy to repin. Just take them apart, and presto, changeo. Update! Done. So, I just took some pictures along the way, but essentially, I cut them to length, which I believe I showed, and I crimped my pins with my fancy boy DT crimper. Recommended by Race Wires Troy Baum. Incredible. I'm loving them. And now I got a modular injector harness right there. Plugs right in. And then I Tessa taped it all. It looks beautiful. And people who wire professionally might hate it. And whatever. It's going to work. It's a Kia. So, you know. Okay, so figured I would go for it here and just get this intake on. And not waste much time. So, going to move over my vacuum hoses and some other things to this guy over here and drop him in. Pretty straightforward. Quick update. Everything's good. I got the junkyard intake on there, but the ancillary injectors, I got a cap so I can give Ackerman back his 2 caps. I have this 90-degree fitting, and I capped it just so dirt doesn't get in. So this is my injector harness that you saw me make, and this is the ECU side that plugs into that, but I'm not going to plug it in because it's going to think the engine is running, and it's going to drive the injectors, and if they're not cooled by fuel, they might melt. So I'll just clean up a little bit of the wiring I had to lay all over the place, and other than that, starts and runs with the other intake so far. Success. I need to get an 1/8 inch to 6AN adapter, or 1/8 inch to barb, or I'm going to figure something out to connect this guy to this guy, and then I have ancillary fuel. So once I have fuel running, I can start to take over the injectors and mess around. That's going to be exciting, and then I'll probably plug in everything. So this is the Gold Box drive-by-wire. This is the Gold Box LS coil connector. We'll plug in all of them and the fuel and see how it goes.